It looks like the Trump administration has decided that the number one go-to person now with regard to the Epstein cover-up is going to be Vice President J.D. Vance. And after all, why not, right? I mean, the guy has spent the first 7 months of his time in office going on vacation after vacation. So yeah, kind of seems like he needs something to do. So let's put him in charge of a scandal that he's not even a part of. So what better way to do it? A guy that knows nothing about it to be the guy to run interference in the media. And J.D. Vance did exactly that this past weekend. And like every other time J.D. Vance has gotten involved in the Epstein scandal, he made things so much worse for Donald Trump. Like, humiliatingly worse, embarrassingly worse, hilariously worse. Because on Sunday, J.D. Vance went on Maria Bartiromo's, Fox News Futures program and was asked about the Epstein stuff. And here's what J.D. Vance had to say. "I have to say, Maria, I laugh at the Democrats who are now all of a sudden so interested in the Epstein files. For 4 years, Joe Biden and the Democrats did absolutely nothing about this story. We know that Jeffrey Epstein had a lot of connections with left-wing politicians and left-wing billionaires. And now President Trump has demanded full transparency from this, and yet somehow the Democrats are attacking him and not the Biden administration, which did nothing for 4 years?" Now, I assume you can go ahead and see why that's even worse for Donald Trump. Because if the files were filled with Democrats, Democratic politicians, Democratic billionaires, because, there's just tons of Democratic billionaires walking around funding everything on the left. That's why the Republicans always talk about George Soros. And that's kind of where the list ends, right? But apparently, there's so many left-wing billionaires out there that we don't even know how many there are, which comes as a shock to somebody that has been with different media outlets over the years that have had to beg Democratic millionaires, not even billionaires, to help fund things, and they've routinely refused to do any of that. So sure, that's totally believable, JD. But J.D. Vance's claim that obviously the files are filled with the names of Democrats backfired spectacularly when folks on social media, including conservatives, said, "Great, then release the files so that we can expose all the Democrats."